Good day. Today I would like to talk to you about a product that I've been using for quite a while in various circumstances. Firstly, as a feeder angler and preparing for the 2027 World Championships in a venue like Denali, we are using it a lot and we came to really know how it works. But I also use it at venues like Bloemhof, Harties, some rivers and the Valdam. And let me explain to you what I have in front of me and how I apply it. And then I'm going to show you how it really works. So the product is, there are two products. The first one is basically a fish meal type of a pellet. It's called the carp pellet. It comes in a green packet like this. And they then also crush it to make what they call an enhancer. And this is what you can see here already prepared. Then there is a very dark pellet which is called a vacuum oil coated pellet. So it's high in protein and it's coated with oil. It's actually put under vacuum and then sprayed with oil, and the oil really draws into the pellet. And these pellets come in various sizes. You have these 4, 5 mil, even 6 mil pellets. And then you have the very small ones like this, where you have 2 mil or 3 mil. So this is actually 3 mil pellets. And then we have what they call a maize pellet. It's a high protein maize pellet. This is what it looks like, just on its own. This one is mixed with vacuum oil coated pellets. This is a mix of maize pellets, Cinna 1 flavored pellet, a vacuum oil coated, and a normal carp pellet. So this is a bit of a party mix. So these are the different types of pellets. And then I've also prepared normal maize-based popcorn feed like Supercast or Bowlane. I use either the Superfine or the Bowlane feeder, one of those two, and I've just prepared that as well. Then I've also prepared using a normal pellet wetter. It's just a gauze bag that you put inside water with pellets inside. So I've used these mixed pellets, put it in water for 1 minute 30, 90 seconds only. Then this is what it looks like, nicely wetted pellet. And if you just press it like that, you can see how it clings. So the principle of use is in venues where you either go for big fish, we want to get rid of the small fish, or the venue is used to fish meal or high protein based products like this. You can use it straight like this, just a normal enhancer, and as a very high protein fish meal based ground bait, or you can use the pellets on its own. You can also spom in feed or with whatever way you would like with the party mix, as I call it, or with the dry pellets like this when you want it to be a little bit finer, not as big as particles as these. Okay, then you can use it on a method feeder or on a normal spring or on a M weight. Just for the purpose of the presentation, I'm going to show you how I do it on a method feeder. So the method feeder that I have here, this is just a normal flatbed method feeder with a hook link, a 10 centimeter hook link with a floaty on. This is just a Supercast floaty, yellow floaty that I have on here. And then on the others, I have prepared with a wafter. So a wafter is almost bottom. It's a critically balanced bottom bait that doesn't lift the hook like a pop-up would, but it just lifts the wafter itself. So it's critically balanced, and if the fish comes in, it just sucks it in. So I've just used these wafters of Fish Clinic. So that is how I normally prepare for the nail, just like this. And I do have some of the Supercast or Bowlane as well. For Bloemhof, I will have that and a little bit of this. And for the nail, I will have all of this like this, but I will try and fish as much as possible on the pellets on its own. For a place like Hartbeespoort Dam, I will have this and this with this. So that is how I would prepare for different venues. The vol is starting to show, especially on bigger yellowfish and muddies. They are really starting to come onto the high pro maize pellets. But you have to be careful in terms of the ratio. If the fish are not used to it, they take a long time. Once you've fed this and you've overfed it, they take quite a while to come in. But if they come in thick and big. So let me show you how I actually apply it onto the method feeder. I will use a mold, and I'm just going to start with the with the wetted pellets. I'll take a not over full feeder like this. I will put it onto the method feeder. I'll squeeze it nice and tight. Take the mold off. Now, what is important for me is to have this inside the bait. So I'll then add some more into the mold, put the bait inside, and then add what we call a second skin. Press it nice and tight. So this is what it looks like. You can press it a little bit harder, and you can cast it a mile. Good. Now I'm going to show you how to do with the enhancer on its own, and then with the ground bait. So with the ground bait, what I like to do is I make the ground bait and do not put any pellets with it. And I take the dry pellets, and I'll just every now and then add a bit onto the ground bait. Now, if I fish at the nail or bloomhof even, I'll use some of this. It's got the vacuum oil coated. Otherwise, just the high pro carp pellets. So when I fish a venue like the Vaal River, Vaal Dam, or any other dam except bloomhof and the nail, I will use mainly the high pro carp. Add it to that. When I fish bloomhof, especially after you've fished it for a while and you've already put some of it in, I will add some of the mix, the vacuum oil coated, as well as the high pro carp, and then add it to that. And let me show you how I do that, and let me show you how I do it with the enhancer. I'm going to put the enhancer with a wafter. Okay, so normally about 10 to 20% of pellets in volume wise. First layer. Now there are two ways that you can do it depending on how fast you want the bait to become available. You can just press it in like that and leave it like that, or you can add another layer on top and then press it really hard. And that's it. This is what it looks like. When the fish are really feeding hard, I'll fish the pellets only. If they are finicky and it's winter and it's slow, I'll fish the enhancer on its own. And for any scenario in between, I've got the opportunity to mix it in any ratio that I like. So let's see what this does in the water, how it breaks up, and how it presents our hook bait. So what we are seeing is that the hook bait, well, where we used the normal feed and the floaty, it came out straight away, popped up right up to the water. On the one with the enhancer, it opened up nicely, and the wafter is presented on top. On the other one with the pellets only, the wafter then came out and it fell down to the side. So what you do to counter that is you make the first layer a little bit smaller and the second layer much bigger. Then the bait presents deep inside, and the fish actually have to bump it open to get to that. But look how it presents it, and look how good it looks on the contrast on the brown background. By burying it deep into the bomb, under the top layer, a smaller bottom layer and a larger top layer, it presents it perfectly in the middle of the bomb. So that's it. This is how I fish the True Feed pellets, and I do it very successful on a normal glij reed vlei with a big spring. It works perfectly like that as well. I like to fish it on the method feeder, but normal pop gooi, perfect.